Hello, welcome back to Positive English Journey. I'm Daniel and I'm super excited today.
And I'm Emma. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to share today's episode with you.
Today we're talking about something every English learner faces forgetting new words. But don't worry, we're going to make vocabulary learning fun and easy.
That's right, we're sharing Make Words Stick Forever, the fun way to remember vocabulary. And trust me, after today, you'll never forget a word again.
This episode is perfect for beginners who are building their first words and intermediate learners who want to expand their vocabulary without the stress.
And here's the best part. Everything we share today is simple, fun, and you can start using it immediately.
No complicated systems, no difficult techniques, just pure joyful learning.
So get ready to transform vocabulary from boring to absolutely fantastic. Daniel, I have to tell everyone about my vocabulary disaster from last year.
Oh no, what happened?
I was trying to learn Spanish for a vacation. I made these huge lists, 100 words, and spent hours reading them over and over. So boring,
That sounds exhausting. How did it go?
terrible. I'd study for 2 hours, feel confident, then the next day, gone. I could only remember maybe 5 words. I was so frustrated.
What changed everything for you?
My 8-year-old nephew, he was playing with his toys and making up crazy stories. Suddenly I thought, what if I turn my Spanish words into a silly story like he does?
That's brilliant. Give us an example.
Instead of trying to memorize gato, or cat, casa, our house, and feliz, happy, separately, I created this silly story. The gato lives in a casa and feels so feliz that he dances on the roof.
I love it. Did it work?
Like magic. That story was so funny and visual that I still remember those words perfectly today. And you know what? My nephew helped me create more stories, and we both had so much fun.
That's amazing. I had a similar discovery when I was teaching my teenage students. They were struggling with business vocabulary, so serious and boring.
What did you do?
I asked them to create funny sentences with the new words. Instead of, the meeting was productive, one student said, the meeting was so productive that the boss started dancing on the table. Everyone laughed, and guess what?
They remembered it.
Exactly. From that day, we always made learning fun and silly. The funnier the example, the better they remembered. Laughter became our secret learning weapon. Let's share our super simple Make Words Stick toolkit. 3 easy techniques that anyone can use right now.
The first technique is what I call silly picture power. Your brain loves pictures more than words, so we're going to turn every new word into a funny mental picture.
Here's how it works. When you learn a new word, immediately create a silly, colorful picture in your mind. The weirder, the better.
Let me show you with the word butterfly. Don't just think butterfly equals small flying insect. Instead, picture a stick of butter with tiny wings flying around your kitchen.
Perfect. Or the word umbrella? Imagine someone saying, umbrella, while holding a bright purple umbrella in the rain. The sillier it is, the more your brain will remember it.
Your turn to try. How would you create a silly picture for the word sandwich?
Great word. I would imagine a sandy beach where people are building sandcastles, but instead of sand, they're using bread and cheese. A sandwich made of actual sand and witch hats.
I love it. See how much fun this is? The second technique is story magic. Instead of learning words alone, connect them in one crazy story.
Here's an example with these 5 words. Phone, happy, running, chocolate, and surprised. Ready for the story?
Yesterday, my phone was so happy that it started running around the house looking for chocolate, and I was so surprised that I laughed until my stomach hurt.
See how all five words are connected? Now you don't have to remember five separate words. You just remember one fun story.
Let's practice together. Can you create a story with these words? Dog, dancing, pizza, singing?
Absolutely. My dog loves dancing so much that every time I order pizza, he starts singing his favorite song and dancing around the kitchen.
Fantastic. Now I'll never forget those words because that mental image is so funny and clear.
The third technique is the magic three rule. This is super simple. Review new words 3 times, but with fun gaps between.
Learn a word today, review it tomorrow, then review it again in 1 week. That's it. 3 times, 3 different days, and it's yours forever.
But here's the secret. Each review should be fun. Day 1, create your silly picture. Day 2, use it in a funny sentence. Day 3, tell someone else about it or use it in conversation.
Let's see all 3 techniques working together with these everyday words. Cooking, partir, tired, excited, music.
First, silly pictures. Cooking. Imagine a cook wearing a chef's hat made of vegetables. Tired. Picture someone so tired they're sleeping while standing up like a tree.
Excited. Imagine someone so excited they're jumping up and down like a bouncing ball. Music. Picture musical notes dancing and singing themselves.
Now for story magic. When I'm tired from cooking all day, I play my favorite music and suddenly feel so excited that I start dancing in the kitchen.
Perfect. And we'll review this story tomorrow. Use these words in conversation next week, and they'll be ours forever.
Now let's practice with a real situation. Imagine you're watching an English movie and hear these new words. Nervous. Interview. Confident.
Let's create silly pictures first. Nervous. Imagine someone so nervous their hands are shaking like leaves in the wind. Interview. Picture someone interviewing their pet cat for a job.
Confident. Imagine someone so confident they're walking like a superhero with an invisible cape flowing behind them.
Now for our story. I was nervous about my job interview, but I remembered to breathe deeply and felt so confident that I smiled like a superhero.
Excellent. And in real conversation, you might say, I have an interview tomorrow. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to stay confident.
See how natural that becomes? The words aren't separate anymore. They're part of your English thinking.
Let's try one more example with words you might need at a restaurant. Delicious. Recommend. Spicy. Mild.
Silly pictures time. Delicious. Imagine food so delicious that it makes you close your eyes and smile like you're floating on a cloud.
Recommend. Picture a friend pointing enthusiastically at a dish saying, You must try this. Spicy. Imagine someone eating something so spicy their face turns red like a tomato.
Mild. Picture someone eating something so mild and gentle. They look completely calm and peaceful, like a sleeping baby.
Story time. The waiter recommended the spicy chicken, but I asked for something mild instead. And it was so delicious that I want to come back tomorrow.
Perfect. Now you can confidently order food in English because these words are connected in your mind with a clear, fun story.
Remember, the key to all these techniques is making them personal and fun. If something makes you smile or laugh, your brain will remember it.
Don't worry about being perfect or serious. The sillier and more personal your pictures and stories are, the better they work.
Let's make sure everyone understands the simple words we use today.
We talked about vocabulary. This is just a fancy word for all the words you know.
Think of vocabulary like your word collection. Every new English word you learn joins your personal word collection.
We also said review. Review simply means look at again or practice again.
Like when you look at photos from a fun vacation, you're reviewing those memories. Same with words. You look at them again to keep them fresh in your mind.
We mentioned technique. A technique is just a method or way of doing something.
Think of it like a recipe. When you cook, you follow a recipe. That's your cooking technique. These are our learning techniques. Simple recipes for remembering words.
And we talked about mental picture. This means the image you create in your mind, the picture you see when you close your eyes and imagine something.
Right now, close your eyes and think of a red apple. That image you see, that's a mental picture. We use these pictures to help remember new words.
Time for this week's super fun challenge.
Choose 5 English words you've been wanting to learn. They can be words from movies, songs, books, or words related to your hobbies.
Create one crazy funny story that includes all 5 words. Make it as silly as possible. Remember, weird and wonderful stories stick in your brain better than serious ones.
Write your story down and read it 3 times with a big smile. Then tomorrow, read it again. In 1 week, read it 1 more time.
Share your funniest story in the comments. We want to laugh with you and celebrate your creativity. Your silly story might inspire another learner.
Bonus challenge. Tell your story to a friend, family member, or even your pet. Speaking your story out loud makes it even stronger in your memory.
Remember, there are no wrong answers, only fun answers. Before we finish today, I want you to remember something wonderful. Learning doesn't have to be serious to be effective.
That's so true. As they say, laughter is the best medicine. And we believe laughter is also the best learning tool.
Every time you smile or laugh while learning English, you're creating positive memories that make words stick naturally in your brain.
Next week, we'll build on this fun energy with Speak Without Fear, building your English confidence. Because once you have fun words in your memory, you need the joy to use them.
Until then, keep making learning fun. Turn every new word into a little celebration.
Remember, every silly picture you create and every funny story you tell is making you a better English speaker.
We believe in your amazing creativity, and we can't wait to see what fun stories you create.
See you next time on Positive English Journey.